Good morning, DC Universe Online Heroes and Villains. This is your host, OG Devil Dog. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday, an hour after reset. All right, throughout yesterday and early this morning, I have tested out a few things and that we have gotten updated on from the new campaign and the new artifact that we've received free. And there's also a game update I want to show y'all in case you have not seen it yet. Alright, let's start out with the meat and potatoes of this video. We are talking about the Razor's Power Battery. It is an artifact. Mine is currently at rank 81. Okay, so I have reached the first level of being able to access the powers on this, and let's discuss what's going on here. This power that the Razor's Power Battery gives you is called Equilibrium. It is pretty much like a passive ability. It does it on its own, so you don't have to stick it into your loadout or anything. But while in combat, periodically unleash a mixture of red and blue lantern energy, damaging enemies and healing group members. The radius is 15 meters. The superpower modifier starts out at 50 at rank 80, and it goes up to 100 once you get your artifact leveled up to 200. Alright, the heal modifier is 20% of target's maximum health plus 30. So, if you're within 15 meters of me and I heal you, or you're in my barrier, it's 20% of your maximum health plus 30. It's just like mine is, 20% of my maximum health plus 30. The cooldown is 180 seconds, so that is 3 minutes at rank 80. But it goes down to 100 seconds after you get it fully leveled to 200. Now, here is the kicker and the cool stuff with some of this powers on this artifact, okay? The Razor's Rage. When you damage a target, it lowers the cooldown of Equilibrium by 10 seconds. This effect only occurs once every 5 seconds. All self-damage taken is reduced by 10% at rank 80 and goes up to 30% at rank 200. The Razor Solemnity, healing any target lowers the cooldown of Equilibrium by 10 seconds. Alright, targets above 80% health and take bonus damage. Damage bonus is 0.5 at rank 80 and goes up to 2.5%. The duration is 15 seconds. Max stacks of 4. So you could get 4 of those at a time. So that'll take you up to 1 at rank 80, and it'll take you up to 10% at rank 200. So that's actually pretty cool. Targets below 80% health are healed again. So if I'm below 80% health or you're below 80% health, you get healed again. So that is 20% of maximum health plus 30. The heal modifier is 10 at rank 80, and it goes up to 20 at rank 200. This effect, just like the damage, occurs once every 5 seconds. So let's remember this. Once every 5 seconds, if you damage a target or you heal a target, the cooldown of Equilibrium goes down by 10 seconds. For every 5 seconds that you do damage. So if I damage somebody in 5 seconds and then heal somebody in 5 seconds or heal myself in 5 seconds, 10 seconds get knocked off of the counter for the cooldown and then repeats again 5 seconds later. Okay, so that is actually pretty cool. Alright, let's go over to the powers. Alright, let's go to my loadout. I already have it in my loadout, and it is called the Exobyte Steel. Alright, the power cost is 400, which isn't bad. The range is 25 meters. The superpower modifier is 54. The total enhancement cap is 3, so that means you get 3 stacks there, okay? The active time is 2 seconds. It fires a damaging beam at the target. The beam gives you up to 3 enhancements based on the power interactions on that target. Duplicate enhancements increase the enhancement's effects. Dazed, frostbitten, poisoned, or polarized is an Exobyte Spike. Okay, bad karma, burning, plasma burned, purified, or graviton charged It's an exobyte explosion. Electrified, terrified, crushed, or destabilized is an exobyte surge. The exobyte spike is duration of 12 seconds, a cooldown of 2 seconds. The superpower modifier is 12, 24, and 36 for each stack. So one stack is 12, two stacks is 24, three stacks is 36 on your superpower modifier. For the duration, attacks spark an exobyte spike on the target, further damaging them. The exobyte explosion duration is 12 seconds, cooldown 3 seconds. The effect area is radius of 5 meters, so anything within 5 meters of your target, they're going to get hit. The superpower modifier is 6, 12, and 18, so that means for one stack it's 6, 2 is 12, and 3 is 18. And for the duration, attacks spark an exobyte explosion on the target that damage all enemies within its radius. So the radius is, do we remember? 5 meters. So they got to be pretty close. The exobyte surge is 12 seconds on duration. Now, this gives a bonus of might, precision, vitalization, restoration, dominance, and defense. Okay? So for 12, 6, 18, 18, 18, and 18 for the first stack, 24, 12, 36, 36, 36, and 36 for two stacks, and 36, 18, 54, 54, 54 for three stacks. So that gives you a percentage increase. So that's like half, a little over half of your precision, vitalization, restoration, dominance, and defense, and 30%, 36% of your might. So that's pretty cool. Alright, let's go to the House of Legends and test this thing out and see what's going on with everything. Alright, we are now in the House of Legends. Okay, I can go to the left here and go to the sparring targets, but a little unknown fact for some of you players that do not know this, you can actually go straight to the bridge and go to the left corner over here. And there's a little teleporter here that takes you straight to the sparring room. Alright. So you could have took a left if you wanted to and gone down all the little winding passages, or you can just go straight into the main area of the House of Legends. Alright, this is our sparring target, and let's take a look here for the new Exobyte Steel. Alright, it is a big cooldown on it, and it dealt damage for over 748,847 just in one hit. Just one hit. It did almost a million damage. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look here and see if we can get the equilibrium to kick. And there's my barrier that I was talking about. So if you're within my barrier, I am looking for my equilibrium. So there it goes. So nope, that was my Exobyte Steel. I'm watching for equilibrium. So as soon as I see equilibrium pop, we are going to look at it and discuss what it does. There it is, equilibrium. Let's go and look at this. So I damaged the target for 305,762. That was just a passive ability that it did. And right now it's like every 3 minutes. Yep, every 3 minutes, so 180 seconds. That was 305,000. Both times it hit. So every 3 minutes I'm doing about 600,000 free damage without me having to do anything. Alright. I could sit here for the whole entire 3 minutes if I wanted to, be in combat. The barrier will kick. Let's see if I can kick it again. But every 3 minutes right now, it will kick. I'm just kind of doing a little damage here and there. Waiting about 5 seconds. Waiting for it to kick again by itself. There it goes, equilibrium. So about after I did my cooldown on it and damaged the target for every 5 seconds, equilibrium kicks off again for 2 sets of 305,000. So I imagine it's going to get a little higher as my damage increases. And that is just the exobyte steel and the new artifact. So as I rank up the artifact, the equilibrium will do more damage. So I'm kind of excited for that. Right now at level 80, it's only doing 300,000, which is pretty cool. Alright, so one more thing to discuss. And let's go to the main part of the hall. Let's just go ahead and travel there real quick. But I am really enjoying the new iconic power and enjoying the new artifact. Alright, and both of them are in my loadout right now because I'm testing them, having a little fun with them. So let's go over here to John Constantine. For those of you that do not know this, okay, some of you have already figured it out, some of you haven't. Alright, let's go to John Constantine and let's look. Alright, you used to be able to buy one single stack of Dionysium, Quantum, or Paradox Catalyst, okay? The Paradox Energy, the Quantum Field Energy, or the Dionysium. You used to be able to do one at a time, which was a pain. Alright, since the update yesterday, you can now buy just one, a pack of 5, or a pack of 10 of each. The Dionysium, the Quantum Field Energy, pack of 1, 5, or 10, and the Paradox Energy, pack of 1, 5, or 10, which is pretty cool now that they're doing packs of them. So that saves some time while you're standing there at John Constantine instead of doing one after another and losing count of how many you need. You could just buy 1, 5, or 10. So that is pretty cool, and that is the update that I wanted to discuss with everyone and let you know about in case you have not seen it. So be sure to check it out. Go get your catalyst that you need to level up your artifacts and have fun. Well, with all this said and testing out these new powers and this new artifact and this new little update here at John Constantine, I want to say thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for being a part of my channel. Continue helping my channel grow. Thank you so much. This is OG Devil Dog. Y'all be blessed, and I will see you next video.